The Arkham series is probably one of the most influential video game series of all time. It has some of the best mechanics in all of video games, let alone superhero video games, and they are a blast and joy to play. However, one major problem that people often cite with these games is the inclusion and the sheer amount of the Riddler trophies. Now, while I do agree that the Riddler trophies are not perfect, today I'm going to be taking a stab at defending them by trying to go through the pros and cons of the trophies and explaining why I don't think the cons are really as bad as people say they are. If you do enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, let's just get right into it. So, 440, right? That is the number of Riddler trophies that you have to get in Arkham City. Well, 400 if you want to beat the Riddler, but there's 440 in all, and 40 is kind of a small number in comparison. But that's, I think, number one problem with Riddler trophies, right? People look at that number, right? They look at the challenge and look at that number and they think, oh my goodness, I have to collect 300, I have to collect 400, or whatever it is in one game. And that is a lot, right? That is a lot, but you have to consider that not all of these are Riddler trophies. The majority of them are, yes, but ultimately you might only be handling with 2 to 250 Riddler trophies, while the rest are riddles and Riddler challenges. Now, Riddler challenges, I don't know if that's the correct term for them, but the Riddler challenges are just testing things like combat effectiveness, maneuverability around the map with gliding and whatnot, the amount of gadgets you use, or your effectiveness at predator sections, that sort of stuff. Some of them can be difficult, but a lot of them are pretty easy once you get the hang of the game. And those are really fun, and they give you audio tapes. That's a unique reward for them. Once you complete a row of the Riddler challenges, you will get an audio tape for a set character. That's cool, right? That's really, really cool. And then you have the riddles, which give you lore for the world by introducing the stories. And again, that is very, very nice. I like that a lot. And I think because people look at that number, right, and they don't think about how differentiated the Riddler stuff is, they look at that number and they think it's so much, when in actuality it really isn't. It's just because all of these different things are now categorized under the umbrella of the Riddler, it feels like you're doing nothing but Riddler things. And that's kind of the problem with the Riddler trophies, is that the trophies themselves are fine, but when you add in those other things, it makes it too much. If they were categorized under another character, or maybe even categorized under Batman himself, right? Like, maybe instead of solving riddles, maybe Batman is scanning for clues in the environment so that he can find out bits of lore that are scattered around Arkham City. Maybe he's doing that on his own, right? That might keep the player a bit more engaged, I think. But the actual activity itself is fine, in all honesty. And I don't really see why people get so upset with that number. And look, okay, I get that that number can be daunting. Of course it can be, right? It's a high number. But I think that's not really the biggest problem with the Riddler trophies, to be honest with you. The number itself is fine, and the puzzles themselves are well thought out and fun to do. I think the biggest problem with the Riddler trophies is how you go about revealing them. The Riddler informants are the worst part of Riddler trophies because you have to just wait till you see Green Man, attack everyone but Green Man, and interrogate him. I think that it would be way cooler if you could interrogate everyone on the map, right? And there's a chance that they might know something about the Riddler. And maybe it's like a 20 to 25% chance. Okay, or you could do it like 50% chance, but then as it goes down, as you collect more Riddler trophies, it's like a 25% chance. Which I get could be a little annoying, but it's a lot better than the RNG of just waiting for these guys to appear. It takes a long time, and then if you mess up, you have to wait for another one to appear. Or you could just look up a guide and go to all of them yourself. That's the hardest part of the Riddler trophies. And it's a problem. But there was a very easy solution in just allowing you to interrogate everyone and having it be a chance that they will tell you something about the Riddler. Or, I don't know, maybe when you save the hostages were to give you locations of more riddles. That could be it too. And I think that would have also helped out a lot, right? So I think that the Riddler trophy problem is fixable, and it's not with the trophies themselves. It's more about how you go about finding out where they are. That's the biggest problem with the Riddler trophies, and if it were just tweaked a little bit, I think they could be there. But the act of actually going and getting the trophies is not nearly as bad as anyone says, in my opinion. It's fun, honestly. Is it something that you're probably going to be doing over and over again? No, you really only need to do it through one or two playthroughs. But for what it is, it's fun to do. And I kind of hate that people hark on these things so much when I enjoy getting them every time. I always make sure to get at least 100 of them or so per playthrough. And I hope that you guys do too, because these things are well thought out and they're well done and they're well made. And I just hate that people hate on them so much. So, I hope you guys did enjoy this little video, this rant, I guess. I had to get it out because it's something that's always bothered me with the Arkham community, them dumping on these things sometimes, and they don't really deserve to be, at least not as much as they are. So, if you guys did enjoy this, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.